the way we carry out production and distribution, especially in areas where access to healthy organic food can be limited. iFood is a first-of-its-kind ICT-driven agribusiness solution, built upon the pillars of integrated organic agriculture, farm-to-table arbitrage, and monthly multi-level cashbacks for participants. iFood is made up of two components, AgriNovate and Organic Revolution. AgriNovate is our 5-in-1 super app built to streamline the process of food delivery at best prices to participants' doorsteps direct from the farm. The core objective: together, against hunger. What if you could take part in a global revolution to end hunger? And through it achieve the health and wealth to live your dreams? Yes, you can. And easily too. With our inclusive food economy, iFood, Organic Revolution. With iFood you can save up to 50% in food expenses by joining an army of participants growing organic food with low-cost methods. You will be doing this part-time around your home for the optimal health and nutrition of your family. You can further save up to 20% from best price purchases on the iFood platform, while enjoying cashbacks of up to 1 million naira monthly, at level 10, through our multi-level affiliate program, MAP. As an affiliate, you will receive 33.3% registration fee cashback for every referral, and a total of 39 million naira in multi-level cashbacks by the time you cycle out of the registration matrix at level 12. Best of all, registration is a one-time token of 2,500 naira or $3. Sounds good? So what is iFood and how will it work for you? The vision. With over half of Earth's population of 8 billion plus people suffering varying degrees of malnutrition and hunger, the iFood vision is to drive a concerted global effort for food security through an inclusive food economy, iFood, concept, with Nigeria as the springboard. The iFood concept will revolutionize the way we carry out food production and distribution, especially in areas where access to healthy organic food can be limited. iFood is a first-of-its-kind ICT-driven agribusiness solution, built upon the pillars of integrated organic agriculture, farm-to-table arbitrage, and monthly multi-level cashbacks for participants. iFood is made up of two components, AgriNovate and Organic Revolution. AgriNovate is our 5-in-1 super app built to streamline the process of food delivery at best prices to participants' doorsteps direct from the farm. The core objective: together, against hunger. What if you could take part in a global revolution to end hunger? And through it achieve the health and wealth to live your dreams? Yes, you can. And easily too.
Let's give 1
minute. With our inclusive
for the justice.
Organic Revolution. With iFood you can save up to 50% in food expenses by joining an army of participants growing organic food with low-cost methods. You will be doing this part-time around your home for the optimal health and nutrition of your family. You can further save up to 20% from best price purchases on the iFood platform, while enjoying cashbacks of up to 1 million naira monthly, at level 10, through our multi-level affiliate program, MAP. As an affiliate, you will receive 33.3% registration fee cashback for every referral, and a total of 39 million naira in multi-level cashbacks by the time you cycle out of the registration matrix at level 12. Best of all, registration is a one-time token of 2,500 naira or $3. Sounds good? So what is iFood and how will it work for you? With over half of Earth's population of 8 billion plus people suffering varying degrees of malnutrition and hunger, the iFood vision is to drive a concerted global effort for food security through an inclusive food economy, iFood, concept, with Nigeria as the springboard. The iFood concept will revolutionize the way we carry out food production and distribution, especially in areas where access to healthy organic food can be limited. iFood is a first-of-its-kind ICT-driven agribusiness solution, built upon the pillars of integrated organic agriculture, farm-to-table arbitrage, and monthly multi-level cashbacks for participants. iFood is made up of two components, Agrinovate and Organic Revolution. Agrinovate is our 5-in-1 super app built to streamline the process of food delivery at best prices to participants' doorsteps direct from the farm. The core objective: together against hunger. What if you could take part in a global revolution to end hunger? And through it achieve the health and wealth to live your dreams. Yes, you can. And easily too. With our inclusive food economy, iFood, Organic Revolution. With iFood you can save up to 50% in food expenses by joining an army of participants growing organic food with low-cost methods. You will be doing this part-time around your home for the optimal health and nutrition of your family. You can further save up to 20% from best price purchases on the iFood platform, while enjoying cashbacks of up to 1 million naira monthly, at level 10, through our multi-level affiliate program, MAP. As an affiliate, you will receive 33.3% registration fee cashback for every referral, and a total of 39 million naira in multi-level cashbacks by the time you cycle out of the registration matrix at level 12. Best of all, registration is a one-time token of 2,500 naira or $3. Sounds good? So what is iFood and how will it work for you? The vision. With over half of Earth's population of 8 billion plus people suffering varying degrees of malnutrition and hunger, the iFood vision is to drive a concerted global effort for food security through an inclusive food economy, iFood, concept, with Nigeria as the springboard.
Okay,
The
I don't know
iFood
whether you can
concept
hear me.
will
Maybe we can start.
revolutionize the way we carry out food production and distribution, especially in areas where access to healthy organic food can be limited. iFood is a first-of-its-kind ICT-driven agribusiness solution, built upon the pillars of integrated organic agriculture, farm-to-table arbitrage, and monthly multi-level cashbacks for participants. iFood is made up of two components,
This is
Agrinovate and
Olas,
Organic
I think we can
Revolution.
start.
All right. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My sincere apologies for all the drama, because that's how I can refer to it.
Yeah.
A lot had happened since yesterday. My other WhatsApp line broke, and that's where Prof had been communicating with me. So I didn't see what he sent, and that's it. So sorry. And then my team refused to open today. So sorry.
I think that's okay. Okay, we understand that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my slides out. I'm not just saying that I'm waiting. Just
okay. Also waiting for about 2 or 3 other people also, but you can when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my slides out. That's why I keep repeating the same thing, but that's fine. Maybe they will meet us while that is going on. All right.
So I will maybe do a quick introduction, and then maybe, or you want us to do it or after the meeting?
Well, as the Lord places. But I would have thought that we get done with why we're here, or while we're on it, we can go ahead and do the introduction. That's
and
fine.
I think when doing Q&A too, when people can also introduce themselves when they're asking questions. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and then we can do it that way.
Exactly. So let's just quickly dive into it as I share my screen. And Office is still jumping up. Right. Please confirm that you can all see my screen.
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, even if we are not going to introduce anybody, we should introduce iFood because that's why we're here. So about iFood, iFood is a team of agribusiness and ICT experts. So what they're trying to do is to put agri in the ICT space so that we can combine the two and then have what we call agri-innovate. The point is the people that have started this, they are social entrepreneurs, and they are looking at a way of involving everyone all over the world. And if it is not combined with ICT, then it's not impossible to get people that are not within the same area. And that's where the name actually came from, iFood, that is inclusive food, including everyone. And their vision, please, I beg all of us to please mute ourselves so that those who are not in the meeting will not make noise and get us a bad meeting, so that we can have a very good, straightforward, clean and clear meeting. Kindly mute yourself if you are not talking. So that's the basic thing. They are trying to use ICT to drive agriculture, okay, so that everybody can be included. You can be in South Africa, you can be in America, you can be in Nigeria, you can be in Jos, Plateau State, you can be in Australia, you'll still be able to partake because it's a global phenomenon. And so it's a global vision, just as I've just said. And it is our firm belief that if this is properly done and we have everybody's support, then we'll be able to go totally against malnutrition, totally against hunger, and totally against poverty, because there are some money-making parts to it. Okay, so my slides has me in it. So let me quickly introduce myself. My name is OK Olaoshibikun. The OK is Oyeshola Kokorola. I believe these are too heavy names for some people that are not really Yoruba to pronounce. So if you simply call me OK, it will be okay. So it's okay to call me OK. Those are my initials, but I'm Mrs. Ola Oshibikun. I'm the group managing director at Upsall Group, and I'm the founder of Flourish Online A2Z.com. Flourish Online is totally into online businesses, while Upsall Group is into brick and mortar. Okay, so yes, those of us that are in Nigeria, some people are they've escaped this. This is what we heard from our leaders, but we don't have to stay by this. We can help ourselves, and that's why we are all trying to buy into businesses like iFood. And in iFood, I said it, that it's not only about the agri part of it, it's not only about the ICT, there is money-making part of it. And we can actually make millions in the food industry without us selling food at all. iFood is not about selling food. They've not called us to sell food, but we are going to make money in it, and it's a food business, okay? So when you buy food, you will earn reward. You get paid just as you eat. That's just in a nutshell. And over time, I just love to start my slides with this because it gives me some kicks that I can't even, I can't relate, I can't really explain, okay? So let me quickly run through the business model. In iFood, it's actually divided into 3 sessions. The first section is the one we call Agri-Innovate. Agri-Innovate deals with farm to table. That is, from the farmland to your table. You do not need to have any middlemen. You just have your densely nutritious organic food from the farm to the table. And because the middlemen had been eliminated, then the food is coming at affordable rates, more affordable than what you will get in the normal market. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is the fact that the nutrients are still preserved because they are straight from the farm and coming straight to your table. We'll get into how that happens as we go on in the presentation. But then, because the middlemen have been eliminated totally, we are also able to earn quite a lot in the company, so much so that we can compensate those who will introduce people to the business and kind of increase the database. Because, you know, in business, the more the merrier. The more people doing a certain thing with you, the better for you in terms of your profitability. Because like when 100 people buy food, the kind of gain you will make is more than when 10 people or 10 persons rather buy food. So for bringing people into the business, just to sign up with 3,150 Nigerian Naira only, you will have commission. Also, when you buy food for yourself and the people you have brought in are buying food, you are also compensated. Okay, so sorry, somebody's in the waiting room. Okay, so now this chart, this table before us is the referral compensation plan. So if you bring people to patronize iFood, it is organized by 3 by 3 by 12 autopilot first matrix. What this means is that you, oh my goodness. Okay, so when you bring 3 persons in, you are given a percentage of their registration fees. Remember, I told you that you come into the business with 3,150 as registration fee. The 150 on top of this 3,000 is actually for the pay stack, the people that secure the payment gateway. Okay, for iFood, it's just 3,000 naira. So you are paid 33.33% of this money, the registration fees, which is 1,000 naira for your team members, from your team, for bringing these 3 people or 3 persons in. Okay, so your cumulative, if you look at the 4th column, your cumulative members will be 3, and then your referral earning will be 3,000. Your cumulative referral earning will still be 3,000 because you have 3 persons in your team. By the time you get to level 2, the company expects that the first 3 team members will have brought in their own 3, 3, 3. So you have 9 team members, and then plus the initial 3 that you had, you will have 12. And on all the people that are within your structure, the company also pays 50 naira. This is 1.67%, right from your level 2 to level 12. The 1.67% of the 3,150, which is 50 naira per head. So that means that the first 3 you brought in, you will earn 1,000 from the company, 1,000 each. And for every other person coming in after this, from level 2 to level 3 to 4 to 5 to 12, you will earn 50 naira each. And you know that as you are going on, your team members are increasing because everybody in the team is bringing in his or her own 3 persons. But let me just push this in right now. The fact that the company is leveraging on 3 persons does not mean that you cannot bring as many people as you want into the business. You can bring 1 million people. You also have a way of earning if you bring in a lot of people. So that means that you can grow vertically and you can grow horizontally. Whichever way you choose to grow, you'll still be compensated. But the one that is more popular right now is the 3x3 matrix, bringing three, the system distributing your other people right under, and then you scale through the levels to level 12. By the time you get to level 12, you can actually earn 850 million. So 39 point, let's just assume 40 million. Okay, if everybody brings in the number of people they are supposed to bring in, and if you bring in more people, you will earn more than this, because remember, everybody you bring in, you get 1,000 from the registration fee. So if you bring in 1 million people to the business, you will have 1 million times 1,000 naira, and that is how that goes. Now, this is another chart, and is also an earning chart. This is the Food Community Farm to Table Commission. And I had mentioned this in passing, that if you buy food, you get paid. So this business is like eat and get paid, literally. So when you buy any food, by the way, we have right now rice, we have yam, we have palm oil, and we have onions. These are the 4 items we have. And as we go on, I will also mention to you, or maybe I should just mention it now, we're also looking for investors so that we can expand the business further, because we want to bring in a whole lot more gari, beans, and stuff. But the truth is, it takes a lot to do this right now, because we have to get aggregators, the farmers, we have to compensate them, because that's also part of the compensation plans, so that the farmers also will be very happy producing the food for us as we want them. Remember, the vision of the company is to totally eradicate malnutrition, poverty, and hunger. And to eradicate malnutrition, the food must be nutritious. And for it to be nutritious, we have to also have a handle on the aggregators, the farmers that are producing this food, so that we'll be sure that we are getting very, very dense organic foods from them. So when you buy food that is worth about 10,000 naira or more monthly, you get paid some commission. And this is the table of the commission right before us. For you, if you are the person that got yourself the 10,000 naira worth of food, you get paid 10% of the profits, not of the purchase value. 10% of the profits of the food you have bought. So assuming this chart, actually, the two of them are just projections. They are projections based on 10,000 naira worth of foods purchased. They may, at the end of the day, not be the real thing, because some people will buy more than 10,000. I mean, there isn't anybody that doesn't even buy more than 10,000 naira worth of food in this country right now, because everything is just expensive, and here we are, stocked. Okay, so if you are the one that got yourself the 10,000 naira worth of food, you have 10%, and we are calculating the expected profits to be 300 naira on every 10,000 naira worth of food purchased. So this means that if you are getting 10,000, if you are getting 10% of the 10,000 naira, you have 10% of 300 naira. That is the profit projected. So what we mean by your first generation is some of the people, the 3 persons you brought in as your very first direct referral. So we are also still projecting with 3 persons. If you had brought in more than 3, then when any of the people that are your direct referral, when they get food, you get paid 8% of the expected profits. Okay? 8% of the expected profit is 24 naira. So that means that based on the 3 persons, you will have 72 naira in your very first level. Okay? You'll have 72 naira. Then on the second generation, when they have increased to 9, you will have 5%, 5% of whatever they purchase, whatever the profits of whatever they purchase, that's 5% of 300 naira, and that is 15 naira. So you will be going on with 135 naira, and then when you add it with your 72, you have 207 naira. So this is how it goes. But the thing is, the percentage per level drops to 2%, 2.5%, 2%, 1.5%, 1.2%, 1%, and so on and so forth to your level 12. So until you cycle out in level 12, this is how much you are able to earn as the farm to table commission. If everybody signs the number of people they are supposed to sign, and as a matter of fact, if you do not have this number of people signed in your structure, you are not likely to scale to these levels. So by the time you get to level 12, you already have 531,441 people, and you would have been able to earn 1.594 million. And when you add everything together, it will total 2.46 million. Okay, that's how much you can earn. And it's even more than this because you also earn matching bonuses on the money brought in from your downlines. You are given matching bonuses. First generation is 2.5%, second generation is 1.5%, third generation 1%. So you earn matching bonuses to your third generation. That means that you can earn as high as 5% to your third generation. Okay. So I don't know if some of us here are not even business people at all. If you have never had your hands on any business at all, so we may say you are a newbie in business, but you can still achieve all of this. That's what we are just saying. You can achieve this by connectivity. Because I know that when I was running through the slides and I was saying, oh, in your third generation, in your 12th generation, you will have to have like 500 and something thousand. This may look very, very high in number to some people. And you keep wondering, okay, so how am I going to be able to get these people? I just want to encourage us that we can do it because it is a possibility. There are so many people in this country alone. And this is actually a global phenomenon. So you can get this by connectivity. You connect with people either online, family members, church members, mosque members, everybody, people are there, strangers. Today, I ran a radio program through somebody who went in to do the in-house call-in program on my behalf. And I've been receiving this. This was done in, oh dear. This was done in faraway Kwara State. And I got results because people have been calling my number. My number was called out during the live show, and they've been calling me to sign up. These are people, these are total strangers, okay, that I don't know from anywhere. So that's how we get people into our businesses. Because when you are running your own 9-to-5 business, when you're running the brick and mortar businesses, you also advertise. You also call people in. You also go to corporate entities to talk to them about your business. So it's the same thing here. You can get them. So this is AgriNovate, mixture of agriculture with ICT. That's just what this slide is explaining. And it is the farm to table project. That's the first part of this business, as I was saying. So how does this happen? Is it that they will carry the food from the farm and then it will land on our table? Not exactly. We have some people we call the IMAT operators. This is also part of how people can make money, how you and I can make money in iFood economy. The IMAT operators are franchise owners with iFood. So the big IMAT operators will pay to the company 5 million naira for the franchise. When we say big, it means that you have a large enough what do you call it now? A large space, you know, whatever it is.
Warehouse or
Big
something.
enough, big enough to serve 5,000 people, 5,000 orders. Okay? It could be a big house, it could be a warehouse, it could be a store, but big enough to able to keep for people 5,000 orders. And are you selling this food to them? No, also. That's why I said right from the get-go, right from the first slide, that we are earning money from a food business without selling food. The IMART people are not even selling any food. Remember, it is agriculture mixed with innovation. So ICT had already done their own part. You've gone online to order food. People have gone online to order food. Your IMART will be on the platform. So people around your area would have chosen your IMART as a place they want to collect their food from. So if you're an IMART service provider and people have chosen you in that area, their food would be sent to you. And you're not even supposed to know. I mean, when we go to markets, we don't go there and buy food and then we tell market women, keep for us. No, we go to markets, we carry our food and we come home. So it's the same thing. Those who have ordered the food on the platform, they're actually eagerly waiting for their food. So you don't have any business trying to keep for people, oh, they have not come to collect, because people will just, the turnover is high. And so how do you now earn money? Immediately, iFood is coming from the farm and food is being dropped in your warehouse or in your home or in your store, wherever. Your money is eating your back office straight, just like that. Because the system has already seen those who chose your IMAT as their collection center, they know the worth of the food that they are dropping with you. From that worth of food, you are earning 20%, 20% of the profits. So easily, an IMAT runner can make up to 2 million in a month from calculation, from my own brief calculation of what can happen. Okay, so if you're a small IMAT operator, that is, you have a smaller IMAT, you have a smaller warehouse, you have a smaller space that may not be able to serve up to 5,000 people, maybe like 2,000, 1,000 orders, then you are paying 3 million naira for the franchise. Okay, and iFood is going to give you all the necessary support. For instance, they are going to employ the iFood soldiers. iFood soldiers are the people that will go around helping you to advertise your warehouse. You also can be involved in getting these iFood soldiers around where your IMAT is, and then they will go. They have been mandated to get at least 1,000 orders every month, and iFood is going to pay them. So there's no way IMAT operators will not earn their hard-earned money back. So that's another way of earning money from iFood economy. Okay, so it's from the IMAT now that the food comes to our table. That's the agri of it. Now, the second part of the business is the organic revolution. It is actually the organic revolution in the components of organic revolution in iFood that guarantees the consistent supply of organic food. This is the sector that deals with the aggregators and the farm, making sure that they are actually doing organic farming. They are not using any hazardous pesticides. They are using the type of fertilizers that we should, safe ones that will not cause us all sort of diseases anymore. So that's the part of the organic revolution. It's to make sure that there is consistent supply of the healthy organic food. Okay. it is segregated like this so that we can be focused. Those who are in charge of organic revolution will know that this is what they are supposed to be for, and they go after that. We even have organic villages, both in the urban and in the rural areas in mind. So anybody that has farmland can also partner with iFood. There are processes to that, how you can partner, like if you have a farmland in a place where onions can grow, you can decide that, okay, I can grow onion, and then you can cultivate this and sell to the community. Is also a possibility. And the third part of this awesome business is the DIY organic garden trade. Immediately you are signing into this business, you have your models right in your dashboard. So they are teaching us how to do it ourselves. I've already started mine. I'll probably share my video with Prof later. One Sunday like that, I got Benue yam from iFood, and I decided to make pounded yam for my family. I was coming from church and I realized that the pounded yam would make better sense with vegetable soup. And instead of going to the market, I just told the housekeeper. Fortunately, he was in the car with us, and I was like, do we have vegetables at the back? Because immediately we've already started our own DIY. We use disused disused bathing bowls at the back of the house. I have 2 disused baths at home, so I just converted them into leafy vegetable. Come and see, it was really nice. It was nice because, I mean, the fact that you're even getting this from your garden, and we got a whole lot. I live in Lagos, and food is very, very expensive in Lagos. I know that food is expensive all over Nigeria, but Lagos zone is something else. So, I mean, we were all happy. You could feel it that it was different from the vegetables we normally get from the market, because, you know, all those ones will have traveled from Akure to Ilesha, do a stopover, get to Ibadan, do a stopover. So by the time they even bring the thing here, all the nutrients are lost. They'll just wet it. They know what to do. Sometimes they even use chemicals to bring all these things up so that they look like fresh, whereas we are just eating shells. So DIY, they're also teaching us how to do it ourselves. And then another part to DIY is, apart from feeding your family with nutritious, very, very organic, dense, nutritious leafy vegetables, they're also going to teach us how to do livestock. But apart from all of this, if you are done with feeding your family, either with your livestock or with your vegetables, you can yield the remaining to iFood to be sold to others. Okay, so that's another way of making money from even the DIY organic food. So you will be trained. We are being trained in organic gardening. Okay, so sorry. Sometimes everything just decides to be working the way they want. All right, so that is it. That is iFood in a nutshell. But I need to, I don't know, my computer is seizing. When computer has overworked, they also can decide to say that, hey, Mrs. Olaoshebiko, I've had enough of you. All right, so let's go to question and answer session while I try to look at what is really happening here. So if you have any questions so far with what I've said, please just raise your hand virtually and let's deal with that. Yes, Professor Maswell.
Yeah, well, okay, you can hear me, can you?
Yes, I can.
All right, thank you. I will just ask some general questions and maybe some of my colleagues will chip in later on. So I want to thank you very much for the hassle. Let me use it for us to get us into this. That the next one will be a little bit more straightforward without the hassle. So thank you very much. So as you know, we are here in most of our people are in Gombe, and looking at the chart that went around, Gombe is one of those states that don't have any iFood mart anywhere. So obviously, there will be a need for us to step up from Gombe. But I want you to talk a little bit about. I know you didn't talk a lot about the investment component. You did mention it. Plus, in addition to the iFood mart, people can get invested. But I know you did indicate that, and I do have the document that talks about if you bring in 50 million, you can become an investor. But you also did indicate to me that there's a possibility that if people can aggregate whatever funds, maybe in the tune of 10 million, 12 million, or thereabout, there might be an opportunity for the CEO or the company to bend over or something. So if you can talk a little bit more about that, and I know you said you were willing to get us meet with the CEO. So if you can go ahead and talk a little bit more about the investment component of it. Thank you.
Okay. Am I still audible enough?
Very well. From my
Can
end.
you hear me well?
I can hear you well, but I don't know about
All right. All right. So, thank you very much. Yeah, that's still in the plans. That's still very much in the plan. Like, if you want to invest, it is very welcome, both for the iFood and for the proper investments, like having equity in the company. That's also a possibility. Okay. So if we have any group just like yours now that would be interested in partnering with the company in whatever amount you will want to, then it's also a possibility. In fact, I created one group this morning. I don't know whether you saw that, Prof. I put your name there, and I made you.
I saw it, and I said I was going to mention it to them that we will all join the round. Yes, I saw it.
Okay, that was before my WhatsApp just broke. I like you were talking to somebody, and then the WhatsApp just went off, and everything I did to get it back. Fortunately, the one you were talking to me on, that's actually my official WhatsApp. That's my official line, which I don't really use for affiliate businesses. I use that for my main cluster group business. So I had to switch to that. And not many people in the affiliate world know that. So it was like I've been hidden from the world today. So I created that group having in mind that many people are there and they will be ready to also affiliate with us, want to buy shares, want to put like 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, and then we sit down and discuss what will be in it for me if I put in this kind of money. Because it's not everybody that will want to run IMATs, really. It's not everybody. So the 5 million that some people may put down and they can say they want to use for IMAT, some other fellows may just want to put that down into the business and say, use it for expansion and tell me what my own equity would be in the business. Okay. So on that platform created, we are going to be sharing the investors' documents. The CEO is right on that platform. Okay, his number is there. But what we really want are people that have already made it. I like your own group because you've already started talking to one another about it and what you have planned to do for your community. So that is a lot better. You can come together as a community and say, we want to push in 50 million into this project. What is our own expectation? What do we expect from the company? That's possible. And you can even decide that tonight. You can push it to me, and then I would say to the CEO, and then we'll meet on the platform, and then it can further tell you exactly what will be in it for you. Okay. Another means is that you can come together and say, it's the iFood. You want to serve your community, and so you want them to have the iFood. You will have the total support of the company because, like I said, you will also be providing even job opportunities for the youth of your community, because you will also be part of those that would help them in getting the food soldiers that will service your IMAX. So there are so many possibilities in this business. So it's up to you the way you want to do it. And some of the questions we ask people before they enter that platform is their names, their occupation, and like how much really they think they want to put into the business. Because you have already communicated it to me that you are thinking of yourself and other people investing. That was why I added you, and then I made you an administrator so that you can identify the people that will join from your own cluster. I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you did very well. And thank you very much. Let me leave it open for my colleagues to follow up. So if they have any questions. Because I know one of the important things that will start quickly is how do we get iFood Mart into our area as more and more people get interested. There's none in Bauchi, there's none in Gombe, they just had their first one in Lokoja. I saw that video and I did share it with our
yeah, it depends on the people in your area. You get it's not the company that is giving you the IMAT.
Correct.
You will get the space.
All right.
You understand? You get the space, and then you let the company know that you have interest in being an IMAT operator.
Yes, we do understand that. So thank you.
Yes.
All right, guys, could you follow up with the additional questions?
Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Joseph Kaltogun. I'm telling you to unmute. Dr. Joseph, your hand is up. I'm telling you to unmute. All
okay.
Right.
Can you hear me now?
That's my name.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation. And yes, I'm also delighted to be in this session. Well, let me start by introducing myself just like you did. Maybe if we do that, we get to know each other.
Yes, sir.
I'm Joseph Kaltungo. I'm an agronomist by training and an agricultural. And I'm the CEO of Fresh and Green Integrated Services, and I consult for international, local NGOs and multilaterals. I'm a retired civil servant. I'm a practicing farmer too.
Oh, that's great.
I'm interested about the organic aspect of the food, the organic production. Producing the food using organic substances, organic fertilizer, organic pesticides, that will eventually get into the iFood mart. One thing I'm not too clear is how is the food produced and how does it get to the iFood mart where people can access it? Who produces the food, and what are the procedures being followed to produce the food? Are they produced by, what will I say, some trained farmers? And what kind of soil is used in producing the food before you can call it organic food?
Organic, right. All right, so I may not be in the know of the type of soil, of the type of, but I know the type of people. So this project had been on since the year, I think 2020 or 2021. So it's not something that they just woke up one day and they want to start. That is why the business is segregated into 3 clusters. The first one is the Agrinovate, and this deals with your first question. How does it get to the IMAX? Right. So eventually we are going to use a 5-in-1 super app that's been looked into by Google. We are waiting for Google approval. So what you do is you order your food. Probably you didn't come, you came late into the meeting because I explained this in person. You order your food online through the app. But right now, while waiting for Google's approval, we are using the web version. So you order online, and then your order gets to the company. It is collated. And if you want rice, rice is produced in Kano and Sokoto. Since the 2021, because they actually went to Songhai farms, you know, the Songhai farms to understudy. Is it Shongai or Shongai? I don't know the pronunciation. We also call them in Kwara, I remember. But these people had already gone to understudy the Songhai or Shongai farms. And so they came into Nigeria, and rice is produced in Sokoto and Kano. And onions.
Hold on. Okay, can we all mute ourselves?
I've already muted. That noise is coming from Dr. Joseph.
Okay, there's also one coming from Maxwell.
Okay. Yeah. So the rice is from Sokoto and oh my goodness, Nigerians are very difficult to control. Man, please kindly mute yourself if you are not talking. If you want to talk, just raise your hand so that Maxwell, we can call you.
Thank you. Okay, Maxwell has muted himself. Thank you. Let's go ahead.
I actually had to mute him. He kept on muting himself. Please mute yourself until you are ready to talk. Then raise up your hand and you will be called. So we all know that naturally the farmlands in those areas are susceptible to farming rice. So like if you want to get sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, we know that that will ordinarily come from Jos. But the thing is, Nigerians or maybe farmers generally, but I know of Nigeria, they go the extra mile of putting, without knowing, putting all sorts of fertilizers and pesticides, dangerous ones. So this is what the organic production part of this company would oversee. They're going to oversee this. That's why that sector is there. So these ones are the ones, the people working under that area. They are the people that would look at the aggregators all over the country in each area and be sure that, yes, the land is, we have the natural fertile lands that can do this, but probably if it is aided, I'm not an agriculturist, I'm an entrepreneur. So I try to know a little bit of everything I get myself involved in. So like the lands in all these places are good enough for whatever products we want to get from there. Onions is taken out from Maiduguri, and Benue produces the yam that we eat now, that we get on iFood mart now. The palm oil is from the eastern side of the country. So you can see that all these things are aggregated to the areas that naturally we can have them from. Now, another thing, the organic revolution part of the business will also do is to be sure that even when you want to put fertilizers, it's going to be the biogas, it's going to be the organic fertilizers. It's not just any fertilizers, not the dangerous ones, not any pesticides added, dangerous pesticides added. So that's it. That's apart from guaranteeing that we get consistent supply of the food, it also oversees the farmlands and the farmers, the aggregators, who are now being compensated very well by iFood so that they can be interested in continue to produce the foodstuffs for us. All right, so I hope I answered your question. If not, please, let's hear you talk to us. Dr. Joseph, did I answer you?
Yes, partially.
Okay.
Partially, yeah. Well, I got one salient point I'm looking for. Like you say, those who are involved in the production, they did an understudy in Songhai Farm and they came back to Nigeria. I'm very familiar with what happens in Songhai Farm. It's okay, it's okay. That's what I wanted to be sure.
So what's the other side that I didn't cover?
Yeah, the other side is you mentioned 2 locations for now, Kano and Sokoto for rice.
For rice?
I think for rice, yes, for rice. I think as an agricultural expert in Nigeria, I can say there are a lot of states too that are into rice.
It's not as if they don't know, but you see, when you want to do something, you can't just cover everywhere at once. It has to be precepts upon precepts. That's even what the Bible also says. Precepts upon precepts. And then you can get to where you are going. If they take Kano with Sokoto, with Maiduguri, we just clamp everything together, it's going to be overwhelming. And then the problems they are trying to solve will be aggravated. Because remember, we want to get rid of middlemen. You have to also look at bringing the food from the north to the south. So if we are doing 2 for now, at least we'll be able to manage our modalities rather than getting food everywhere. And then you will also be able to study the kind of rice that you are getting from Kano, the one you are getting from this place, which one is even better, which one is cheaper. Then we can, along the line, start adding other places and other products. And that's why the issue of investment is also coming into play. Because, of course, rice paddy is not my mate. purchasing rice paddy also is part of it. So if you get yourself familiarized with one farmer in Kano or the farmers in Kano, the farmers in Sokoto, you can still manage all of those ones rather than getting yourself in so many areas just for rice alone. Remember, we are talking of yam, we are talking of beef, we are talking of gari, we are talking of livestock, and we are talking of every other thing. Okay, so that's why that I'm sure from their own research as well, they will have known that there are many other places. We can even get rice in Ogun State. There's rice in Ogun State as well. There's rice in Ekiti. You know, it's just that we also want to start with the long grain white rice, so that those who think that is only from abroad that they can get long grain rice will know that we also produce long grain rice in Nigeria. Because most people think that the locally made rice is Ofada. It's only Ofada that is locally made. And Ofada it started from Ogun State, from Ofada village. The name of the rice actually took its name from that village. Okay, but we also have similar rice products now from Igbemo in Ekiti State and all of that. So we just want to start first with that and then compete favorably with the imported long grains white rice And iFood rice is really very sweet, very nutritious. That's what we had here on Christmas Day, both as white rice and as jollof rice. It's really nice. So that's where we are. But I'm sure they will look at other places as well. Just as people like you come in and you keep telling us other things we did not know. All right?
It's okay. I understand your explanation. Precept by precept, concept by concept. It's okay.
Yes,
it's biblical. But going forward, you could talk to, maybe going forward on this platform, we will also suggest, because the farther the distance where such commodities are produced, from where those who consume them are, it will add up to the cost of production, and it also add up to the cost of the purchasing price in the location. So maybe going forward, we'll look at maybe those who are located in the, say Southwest. We have a location, a farm in the Southwest, so that they can access it. Those who are in the Northeast, they also have a farm located in the Northeast, where those in the Northeastern state can access the iFood mart. It will reduce the cost, of the price of whatever commodity anybody is buying online through the iMart. It's a good concept, and I think if we do that, a lot of people will queue into it, so that you don't have to produce, like you say, but you can buy online. It can be taken to your doorstep. That's a very good idea of trying to reach out, to the populace with food. But another thing I want to raise is, though we are just starting, the efficiency of transporting whatever somebody is asking. Somebody wants to buy online. For example, I am in Bauchi and I'm making an order, and the iMart is in Sokoto.
No, that's not the plan at all. That's not the plan.
Okay.
The plan is, that's why every area must have an iMart. We don't do that. Every area, that's why we are calling
every local government, right?
Everybody, every local government. You can even have 2 iMarts in the same local government. It's happening now in Lagos. Lagos is the commercial capital. So it's happening in Lagos. Just as you can have your iMarts next door, but you will also have your food soldiers. That's where the idea of food soldiers came in. So that when you have your food soldiers, then your food soldiers will get the people to you. And everybody will compete against themselves, not against each other. So that's the plan. That's the plan. That's why in your area now, you need to start your own iMart as fast as possible, so that your people can start building your community, your own ecosystem right there. Okay?
Okay, can you please talk a little bit about price related to this question? What is the average price of some of these commodities that is available now?
Okay, so rice everywhere across the country is 44,000 naira for a bag of 50 kg. This same bag sells at 55,000, 60,000 naira in parts of the country, like Lagos State. That's 44,000. Then you have small yam, small sized yam, the size that I will buy for 2,500 in my area in Lagos. You have it being sold for 1,003 on iFood. And then the bigger size, we call it medium, is for 1,600. This can easily be sold at 2,008, 3,002 in Lagos, in the part of Lagos where I live. And then you also have onions. That's the one that actually freaks me out of all of these things. The onions that they sell, the 5 kg onion that they sell at 2,800 can be easily sold and bought for 7,000 naira. Okay, I have not explored the palm oil because I have palm oil I've had palm oil at home before iFood started last year. So I didn't have any reason to buy, but it's equally comparatively low in prices compared to the market. I won't be able to speak so much on that because I haven't bought some, but I have the prices on the back office. But I always like to talk to people from experience, from what I have bought, from what I have seen. And the onion is very good, by the way. I've started doing onion tea, and I've eaten onions today just by slicing into my salad, just like that. And it's not peppery. It's really sweet. I don't know what that is. I've never experienced that before iFood onion. So I've been telling everybody about it. I love the onions as well. I never used to like onions, but right now, I mean, I chew onions for whatever good it does in my body. I don't know, but it feels good chewing onions right now. Yeah. So
Okay. Any
that's
other
it.
question?
Those are the places.
Dr. Otungo, are you satisfied or do you have another follow-up?
No, it's okay for now.
All right. Thank you very much. Any other question? Any other question for Mrs. Okay? Remember, we brought her here for that purpose.
Okay, so probably I should talk to benefits, more to benefits, now that these slides are up. So although I've talked about some of these just to mention them in passing. Registration, cashback, windfall, trading, training in organic farming for rural and urban participants. You know, we are going to involve microfinance in this, and it's an opportunity to collaborate with friends and neighbors, you know, to make use of your uncultivated lands, your community, because you already have ready markets, because you are guaranteed ready markets and sustainable income, you know, by doing it. So that's also a benefit. Okay, that's a benefit for us in this iFood ecosystem. Training in organic farming and being able to collaborate with your community to farm on your abandoned farmlands. Then there's convenient home delivery if that is what you want. You can also pick up from the IMAX. Then you have monthly cashbacks from your purchases in as much as you are buying food worth more than 10,000 naira, 10,000 naira or more. Then you have access to business opportunities. I've already told you about the IMAX. You know, there are so many opportunities, the IMAX, the selling off of your DIY products, access to excellent business opportunities. You know, you can also be an input farmer. You can be in the food production cycle. A lot. You earn residual income from farm projects. Because if you remember that chart that I showed us, by the time you are getting to level 6 to 10, you start earning in millions. So easily, the company can help you to throw back 10 to 50% of your earnings into cash crops. So proceeds from this will be given back to you as residual income, and it is a generation thing. It's generational, you know, it's like forever, because it's going to be pushed into cash crops, and then the proceeds from the cash crops will be given to you. And these are things we can easily hand over to our next generation. Then they are involved in a lot of corporate social responsibilities. When it comes to your area, any area that we have iFood, we are going to be involved in making sure. Remember I said the founders are social entrepreneurs. And so they are trying to solve a lot of social problems. Okay, so this is part of it. A bulk of what they are going to make is going into CSR in every area that they are. through the provision of basic social amenities, basic universal income, and empowerment projects, you know, especially to the poor communities, and it's globally. Even if it's just cleaning the gutters around your area or providing conveniences, you know, for people in your community, iFood will do it. Then there's also this project of waste to wealth. So how this happens, you sort your household waste into degradable and non-degradable waste, and then you deliver this to your neighborhood distribution center. In every area where we have iFood, there will be an NDC. It could be the churches around the place, it could be mosque, it could be schools, but there must be an NDC within the area. And then when you deposit your waste, iFood will collect, okay? And then they give back cooking gas and free food in return. So the more your waste, the more the goodies you receive in return. Like I always tell people, this is also going to have a very, very good effects, you know, on communities, because apart from the fact that you are earning, because that's the area most people will be looking at it. Oh, I turn in my waste and I get food, I get cooking gas. You are also safeguarding the health of the people in that area, because we also know that the more waste we have, the more messy the areas, the more, you know, opened people are to a lot of sicknesses, a lot of illnesses, even malaria, because when the gutters are blocked, the water stays there, mosquitoes breed, and everything happens. So the environment will be cleaner because people are looking forward to putting down their waste for iFood to collect and to collect food back. But a whole lot goes into that cycle that is also very, very valuable to our community. So you can turn the multi-level affiliates, we've talked about this. You can earn up to 40 million naira if you bring in people, and you encourage them to bring in more people. You get strangers to work with you through the 3x12 auto matrix. And that is certain because we've already started seeing this. This is the structure level 1, level 2, level 3, and so on. We saw that in the initial chart I showed. And your food input purchase cashback, I'd already explained that as well. When you buy food worth 10,000 naira and above, you get paid percentages from the profits made. We also have compensation plans and prices. It's not only about food and money. Out of the 3,000 we have paid to iFood, bearing in mind, they've given the people that have invited us 1,000 naira back. From that 3,000, they are also still going to keep 250 naira from each registration. This 250 naira, by the time we get to like 1 million members, you can imagine how much that is. That's what the CEO and his team plan to put into compensation plans like travels for those who would be entitled to it, like travels, like cars. He doesn't want us to use Tokumba cars. They're going to be new cars. And then we can also have homes, houses, you know, from the referral bonus. Then the level bonuses, the 600 naira portion from every registration and divided into 12 parts for downlines at 50 naira. Then AgriNovate purchase multi-level cashback. We've talked about that. We've talked virtually about everything. This is still the same cashback structure. I was using another set of slides before that decided not to go forward. So that's why we are saying that we are having some repetitions, kind of. Now, foundation leaders bonus. Like if you all sign in now, you are foundation members. Remember, this business was launched only on the 9th of December, 2023. So all of us in there now are pioneers. And there is no way we are not going to enjoy this foundation leaders bonus, because It is exclusively for the first set of leaders. And I believe that we are, because this business is still going to be, one day we'll be saying, oh, it's 1 year old. Oh, it's 5 years old. Oh, it's 10 years old by the grace of God. So there is no way those who will come 1 year after will now be pioneers, when those of us who have joined even before the launching are not pioneers. So definitely we will win from the leaders bonus. Okay. And that also is part of what we are saying is at least 5%, I mean 5 naira, not 5%, 5 naira per registration done globally, and it is forever. So this is how they compensate us for coming in, even when everything is not sorted out, even when Dr. Joseph is still saying that there are many other farmlands, even when we are still saying, oh, how are we going to do it? Let's bring in investors. Those of us who have that faith in them, this is a way of compensating us. So you can imagine when we have like 1 million, even when it's 1 million registrations, and they're giving you 5 naira, that's a lot of money. You know, that's a lot of money, for crying out loud. That's the foundation leaders bonus. And then you win cars, all expenses paid, travels, or property fund from the 250 naira is putting aside. Then you also have lower levels global leaders bonus. This is the monthly global income shared of 100 naira for top 100 performers among participants from level 0 to 8. So if we add 1 million registrations, for instance, during a month, for example, the 100 persons, the high 100 persons, the top performance, the top 100 persons with the higher direct referrals. This is what I was saying, that you can actually grow both horizontally and vertically. So if you are not adding people to your structure, if you are not putting them in 3 by 3 by 3, and you are just adding them directly to yourself, apart from any 1,000 naira from each of the registration, you will also be able to have this lower level global leaders bonus, because you're likely to have high number of direct referrals. Okay, and each of these 100 top performers will earn 1 million naira each to themselves. So that's how that goes. There are many benefits. Then the iFood mart operators, you know, the shared profits. I've talked about that. Agribusiness empowerment for high performance. You'll be taught agribusiness. You'll be empowered conveniently for this. So I think we have actually gotten a good grasp of this business. We've talked about how it works, and from farm, how it gets to the table. So if you are here and you have not taken action, it is time to take action. Register with 3,150 naira only. Try and be an IMAT owner in your community. And if you also have money for investments, you are very welcome. So that's the end of the presentation. And I believe we've done well for ourselves. I don't know.
Can I ask them if they have any more questions before we round up?
Yes, please.
So I know you have had Mrs. Oke do a wonderful job, even though we had to hustle quickly to get her to do this job. So please, if you still have questions, please raise your hand and let's have the question for her.
Dr. Joseph has his hand raised. Please unmute, Doctor. You know we are in his territory, so he has a lot to.
Okay.
He has a lot.
Can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah, I have. Good. Thank you very much for the presentation. And I want to ask one final question. You talk about administration and how, you know, the progression goes down line Now, is there going to be a profile, for each person that registers so that he can see his downliners?
It's there.
So
it's not that it's there going to be. It is there already.
Okay, good. So that
you can see your downlines, but your downlines cannot see you up there. They can only see you as the person that has signed them up. They can't see your other generation.
Downline. And number two, will the system place my downline, my first 3 downlines, if they want to have additional 3, will the system place them automatically, or I consciously and deliberately place each person under a particular downline, or the system will just allocate? How does it happen?
Okay, so if you have your 3 downlines, those ones,
yes,
they are specifically and intentionally placed there by you. You send your codes to them, your referral links to them. They click on it and registration is done. The very first 3 are the people that will take you. I always tell people, those are your MVP. They are your most valuable personalities. So you need to befriend them. You need to know them. If possible, I also always advise people, if possible, sign yourself, because the system also allows you to sign more than one account. So as you are putting yourself down, get 3 persons, maybe your wife and children, or even yourself. You can even sign your names in 4 times, but you have to have 4 emails and 4 phone numbers. The system will not take the same email for the same person. Okay? Why that? So you will know that you know the people that are directly under you. And you can place people under them. Because the way this works now is that everybody under you to your 12th generation, anything they are doing will be affecting you positively. So if you have your children and your wife directly signed under you, for instance, every other person coming in signs under them. As these people coming in are feeding them, they are feeding you, and your structure is growing. That's a strategy I always give people to use. So back to your question of whether the 3 persons under you, whether the people that will be signed under them will be intentional people, or the system will just automatically place them. It can be both ways. So when you sign these 3 persons, if you know you want to sign 3 persons under them that you really want to know, then make sure that the people you want to sign are the first 3, because it's the first 3 that the system will recognize. Those are the 3 they would kind of work with. Every other person you bring in will be forcefully pulled out and spread to other people under you.
Okay.
So for instance, my last son is the only of my child at home. So I told him about iFood. He was dragging, all this when you put people. What is it about? Am I going to be selling food? Am I going to be taking food? So when I called him and I said, okay, if you can make 40 million from any other business, please call me. I will eagerly do it as well if you don't want to do this. So by the time we were still talking about it, I think it was the 2nd day that I signed. 3, but immediately I signed myself under myself. But some other fellows are taking the slot that he was supposed to take. They just place him. By the time he signed with my link, but they placed him under one of them. So right now, we have the responsibility of pushing him, and whatever we do on him, we push this total stranger that signed directly under me at the slot I left for him. Because if I knew that I was still going to drag till the next day, I would have signed myself and occupied my 3 slots. So for us to push, we are pushing that stranger. It's all good because the stranger is also pushing me up there. So all is good. It's just that by the time I'm getting to level 12, okay, some things that will be happening with him will not be affecting me. That's my particular account positive because I would have cycled out on level 12. So that's how it works. So whoever you want to work with till level 12, make sure you quickly sign them under you. Immediately you put in your registration.
Okay, good. Thank you. So if I register, who will give me the link so that I can view my profile? The system?
No. It's your upline. I guess Professor Maxwell had registered.
He has already signed up, and of course, you can find your link in your back office for you to give to people. Anybody that comes under you will be able to see their code. Their code, referral code is there, and all you need to do is change the code at the end. And then you can.
No, I didn't get that. Prof, are you signed up already?
No, we are all signed up. Everybody here is signed up.
Everybody here has signed up.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Joseph, you already signed
up. And so if he goes to his back office, you'll be able to see his. You will not see her, but if there's somebody that is signed up, I saw him sign somebody else. You will see that person, and there's a concept that Mrs. Oke is saying, Dr. Katungo. That's the concept of the spillover. Because I have brought a lot of people that are spilling over in different levels because the system goes from left to right. Any space that is not filled, whoever brings.
Yeah, like if you are under me, for instance, I've already had my three. My three already had their three. I'm looking at getting to level 5 or 6. Okay, with my first account, of course, I have many accounts. And then I'm on level 4, I'm on level 3 on some of the accounts. So now, if I'm working hard, I'm getting people, and I'm still signing under my first account. If I sign under them, everybody I'm signing will just spill down, and you will just be seeing people under your account. You may not know who they are. So if you are seeing that, and you will be earning, they'll be giving you the 50 naira. You just be seeing money in your account as well without working for it. So that means that your upline is bringing in people. And so if you want to sign up now, you will collect the link from Prof. If you want to sign more people, you use your link, the one that you have already generated now. If you need the videos of how to sign up, how to get your link, how to get people in, how to pay with pay codes and everything, I can share with Prof.
I have shared with all of that. Okay, they have it in our iFood Gombe WhatsApp group, so they do have it. So that's fine.
I can share with you, and then you share with everybody. I have them in one post.
Yeah, no, you remember you shared it with me. I have it.
Oh, I shared it with. Oh yeah, that's true.
I have it.
So you can share with them so that they too can go through it.
Yeah, any other point?
I'm sure you have a platform.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so that's good. So, Dr. Joseph, I hope you are fine with that.
Yeah, I will finish discussion with Prof.
All right. Okay. Mrs. Oke, I have one more question. I know there is a Professor Lama here. Professor Lama here is my childhood friend. So he is a professor of aquaculture and fisheries. So the question I know you will have, even though you didn't ask, are the areas of livestock, fish, and other things. When are they likely to come on board? Or you can comment generally, please.
Okay, so we have not really started the livestock and the fisheries and everything now because the IMAX are just getting started. People are buying into IMAX structure and stuff. And you know, before we do fisheries and livestock, they have to equip the IMAX with freezers. We are saying that we want to do organic feeding and stuff. We cannot bring livestock to an IMAX without a preservation and all of that. So that is still on hold, but it will be done. So if he is interested in partnering with the company, yeah, why not? I will send the email. He's supposed to share. I mean, I'll share the email. He's supposed to send his intention, and then it will be told.
You will be also a very good resource person. These are people who are. You just retired, so you're from the university in Mina. So you'll be one of those resource persons the company should be able to. I know they are accumulating all those resource persons across the country to provide some of those kind of. So, but thank you very much for that. I see.
You know also that it depends on the side of the country he is. We'll have to have many because we cannot carry fish, for instance, all the way from Sokoto to Port Harcourt, when we can also have a fishery just around the corner in Port Harcourt. So, but the more the merrier. Wherever they are, they will still be functional,
Right.
and then the food will be fresh.
Okay. Any other question? Dr. Kaltungo, you want to say something again?
No, I think it's time to sign off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. I think before we sign off, unless there is any other questions, let me just extend my gratitude and appreciation to Mrs. Okay for a wonderful presentation and also for the inconvenience that she had to go through.
No,
Thank you very much. I know we're going to have some more discussions. Where the group is going to meet and we'll have more discussions and we'll also keep informed.
Okay. Just let me know, especially about the investment, because a lot of people are showing interest and stuff like that. Yeah, so that we can key in on time.
All right. So thank you very much. And I want to thank my colleagues too. Even though we're here in the States, I know we interact while people are home. So I thank you very much for having time, sacrificing your time to come and listen. I hope we can build on that. Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Soldier.
Thank you so much.
We can say,
thank you. Thank you for your time. Have a great night.